What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Buccaneers franchise. We are in week 7, and we got ourselves another game this week. I'm not going to sim any weeks right now. I want to play the Falcons. It's the first NFC South matchup we will see this season. And what about these Bucs, man, in real life? Sitting at 2-0 going into week 3. Baker sort of doing his thing. I mean, he's not lighting up the scoreboards or anything, but he's getting the job done. I'm really impressed right now with the Buccaneers a little bit. At least for where I expected them to be. Maybe my assumptions were wrong, and we'll see if they can continue that going into the season. Us here in my world, we are sitting at 3-2, coming off of a couple of tough losses after the bye weeks. And then, of course, the game that we saw last week, which was this game against the Detroit Lions. We ended up losing 34-24, and in that game, Jared Goff and Trey Lance both Goff had a decent day. 99.5 is not a bad rating. He had no interceptions. Trey Lance, on the other hand, not the best day. He took 9 sacks in this game, an insane amount of sacks. It was rather frustrating to see, and a lot of just errant throws, missed passes, bad decisions being made. And so I mean, we'll see what happens. This is the 1 year though. This is it. Like, if Trey Lance cannot prove to me that he is going to be QB1, I already have my eye on a couple of guys from the draft. So it's going to be on him to prove to me that he is the guy. And I mean, it sucks because we did make a trade for him, but it was worth a shot, I think. And not that I'll get rid of him. Well, I shouldn't say that, because his 5th-year contract is up for decision this season. So it's going to be a tough slate of games for him, but hopefully we can see him improve a little bit and we can feel comfortable moving forward with him as our quarterback. I do like his running ability. We just need to get him to be more precise and more efficient in the passing, and we know a lot of that has to do with his awareness. As for the rushing attack, Rachaad White, not the best average, but when the line gets him some decent areas, you can see the flash from Rachaad White. I really like what he was able to do for us. He had 2 touchdowns on the game and still averaged over 4 yards a carry. It wasn't a bad day from him. In my mind, I feel like the default, if you have 20 carries, is 100 yards for a good day. I don't know why I always put that in my head. It's been that way for like 15, 20 years. But 20 carries should be 100 yards if you want to have a successful day. So 21 for 88 is really not that far off of a great day. So I should probably not be so judgmental. Jahmyr Gibbs had himself a day, 5.2 yards a carry. Trey Lance, of course, 72 yards rushing. Receiving, Jameson Williams, man, they got us a few times in that game. And we finally saw Mike Evans come to life. And that was the best performance he's had this season by a long shot. He has not been able to really click with Trey Lance yet. And finally he does. First 100-yard performance of the season. Everybody else pretty much failed. Even Trey Palmer, who I was really hoping to see a lot more from. But again, a lot of the lack of production for these receivers is going to be because Trey Lance is having a difficult time right now being that pocket passer that I'm trying to make him be. So we have to take that all with a grain of salt and just see where the road takes us. One thing that stood out to me a lot on this defense last week was Ryan Neal. He played exceptionally well, and I know that you guys might not have seen a lot of the plays that he made. You probably just heard me mention it a couple of times, but this guy was all over the field. It says 1 deflection. I know for a fact he had more than 1 or 2 deflections. He was making stops on 3rd down. He was making tackles before they could cross that 1st down marker. He was all over the place. You even saw him on some plays like close to getting a sack or right behind the defender. Like, he was flying everywhere. So I was really impressed with Ryan Neal, and honestly, if he can put on another performance or 2 like that, I will definitely be re-signing him and trying to use him for the next season or 2 without thinking about replacing him. If you guys remember, I mentioned possibly replacing the strong safety in the near future. If Neal can prove to me what he showed last week was not a fluke, we might have found ourselves a strong safety for at least a couple of seasons. I know he's 27, so he won't be around forever, but we might have an answer for now. And I do like his size at 6'3". So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. And let's get on with the rest of the video. Speaking of the rest of these next games, I'm trying to see a lot of these games because, we're still learning the team. And I don't want to make a decision on the roster without having enough evidence to support my decisions, or making decisions blindly because I didn't pay attention to something. I also don't want to make you guys watch another 15 games of the season. So I'm trying to find that balance. Let me know down below what you guys think would be a nice number of games left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games left. I would say a good number to hit would be like 5 to 7 more games of this season, depending on how the games go. Now, if we go another 2 games into this series and we're just getting our butts whooped, how entertaining can that really be, right? I don't want you guys to be bored with the franchise. And so let me know down below what you guys think. I think 5 to 7 would be a quality number, and we do have some good matchups that I would like to see. And we also have most of our division matchups coming up still too. We are currently 1-0 in the division after that sim win over the Saints, so that is good. So maybe today we can go 2-0. I mentioned before about seeing if Trey Lance could be the guy, and I do need to start really paying attention more to some of these quarterbacks to see if some of these is going to be the guy we want to focus in on if Trey Lance does not end up being the guy. So the first one I was looking at here was Joseph McCoy. He's 6'5", 223, 22 years old, out of Cincinnati. And what I like about him is it seems like he's good at everything. Throw power, great to elite. Strength, great to elite. Change of direction, great to elite. And excel, all of those great to elite. His speed, decent to solid. So will he be Michael Vick? No, but he has the ability to at least move a little bit potentially. I like the throw under pressure and the injury rating being an A, because you gotta think now quarterbacks can actually get hurt in this new Madden. They were not able to in the last few years, but this year they can. So we have to keep that in mind now a little bit, like we do the rest of the positions. And the one thing that's really holding me back on him is play action being a D. Just not sure if I really like that. The next quarterback, Jamario Weathersby, 6'4", 227, 21 out of Memphis. And he has great throw power, great strength, but everything else is on sort of the lesser side of things. So we know he's going to be a pocket passer, and we also know that he's got F injury, B throw under pressure, and C awareness. So because of those, I've sort of already put him underneath Joseph McCoy just a little bit, because we know that his injury is the complete opposite, and he's a little worse in throw under pressure than McCoy is. And we don't know what his awareness is yet for McCoy, so it could end up being better than a C. Pearson is an interesting prospect for me. I like his build, 6'1", 232, so he'll be smaller. He won't have the stupid bug where he's super fat around the waist. I know that for sure, because the shorter quarterbacks just don't have that issue for some reason. And I also like some of the player notes here. Beautiful spire on all his passes, so we won't be seeing no ducks coming out of his arm here. Gets rid of the ball at the first sign of pressure, so he probably has throwaway trait. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. So, okay, there's the throwaway trait. The first one might be trigger happy, maybe? I'm not sure. Plays well within and outside of the pocket, which means he's going to be balanced. He won't be scrambler or pocket. And then league average release time with throwing. I haven't seen that before. And then looking at his physicals, this is definitely going to be a pocket passer for the most part. His speed, marginal to decent. Throw power, good to great. Everything else is sort of like decent to solid range. But when you look at his attributes, he's got 2 A's in accuracy, medium and short, and then C in deep accuracy. Really like that about him. That gives you the ability to know that, hey, we might not be able to throw deep with him immediately, but we know it's not at least like an F or something. It's average, whereas his medium and short is top of the mark within the class. I haven't really looked too much at these guys below round 1 grades, because normally once you get out of round 1, the quarterbacks usually suck. So I probably won't go out of my way to study these guys a whole lot unless I see like a great story for one of them in the player news, or you know, they shoot up the board or something, or we unlock enough of them. But I don't know if we will unlock enough for me to really make that determination. So right now it's between these 3 guys. Looking at the overall class, there was one player that really stood out to me, and that was Lonnie Tate, corner out of Clemson, 6'1", 181. He is 23 though, so if you guys know, not a big fan of 23-year-old rookies, but with him being a top 5 talent projection and the potential for him to be a really good overall player, that might not affect things too much. Physically wise, great to elite in everything except change of direction and agility. So a little concern there, but with him being 6'1", he does have more size than anything else, so definitely an outside corner. Skills though, you cannot deny these skills. Man, press, tackle, and zone all have A grading. I mean, if awareness and play rec are at least a C, this guy is probably easily a top 5 talent. The only issue I have with Tate right now is that corner isn't exactly a huge need. I feel like our two corners are good, Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis right now, and I really like Duke Shelley. You guys know that. So I'm not sure if I would even want to spend a top 5 pick if we were even up in this range on a corner. But when you see a guy with all A's, you gotta look at him. Also, wide receiver has to be considered here because we don't know what we're gonna do with Mike Evans yet. I'm having a sort of a disagreement with myself of re-signing him because I like him. And also feelings don't count in franchise mode, but I also like the realism side of things, and us knowing that Mike Evans does not want to play for the Bucs anymore, considering how things have went the last couple of years for them and for him as a player and a businessman. I don't know if I want to keep him, right? And if we don't have a solid quarterback in play, whether that's Lance or another rookie, would a guy like Evans, who still has an ability to play, want to finish his career on a team that is definitely in the middle of trying to, if not rebuild, at least retool, and is not going to be Super Bowl contenders anytime soon? And if it comes down to that, there are some good receivers in this class. Danny Mason is considered a top 5 talent, but the thing is, he has nothing that really jumps off the screen. 6 foot, 203, 22. Physicals aren't that good. All decent to solid. The only good to great is agility. And even the things that are unlocked, B, short route, C, catch in traffic. The best thing is his awareness, which is an A, which obviously the way I play the game, that's awesome. Awareness is king. But what does that mean for the rest of his abilities? So I'm hoping I unlock more of him in the future and I can maybe see something else that would qualify him as a top 5 pick. And then there is Taylor Wharton, which is right below him. Round 1 projection, still 6 foot, 203, 21. So same build, a year younger. And he's got about the same stats, really. Solid to good, decent to solid. So neither of these guys are burners by any means, but he's got better initial ratings. We know his catching, release, and spin move is all a B, and his medium route is an A. So we don't know what awareness is or catching traffic like we do for Danny Mason, but we know that he has got really good ratings in some key departments in catching and release and medium route running. So we also could look at a guy like Dion Bolden, who is a big body guy, sort of to replace what we have in Mike Evans, 6'3", 226. He's 22 years old. Good to great speed. So he actually has a better rating in speed than both of the other receivers who are much smaller than him. Everything else is sort of on par with the rest of them. You know, decent to solid, solid to good. Nothing really jumping off the screen here for the grades that we know of about him. So I have been looking into this stuff a little bit. And of course, there are guys down the list here too that I might be looking at more so, like even a guy like Keegan Douglas, right? Round 1 to 2. And we don't have to take somebody that early in the draft. This guy, he's got good to great speed, great to elite, excel, change of direction, solid to good agility, great to elite, excel, A, deep route, B, spectacular catch, D, short. So we know he's going to be a deep threat. So there is potential down here. Just not sure exactly where we're going to want to go yet. A lot of D's and C's that I'm seeing, which makes me wonder if, even though this is a very heavy, like a lot of receivers in this class, if it's not as deep, right? If the talent just isn't there, it's just the numbers are. So we'll see later on as we go about this. Manny Stanford, okay, he's 6'4", 228. He's 21. He's a day 3 guy though. Not good in the speed department, but you don't expect that out of a guy that size. B, catching traffic, B, release. C, short route. Not a bad situation for a day 3 guy so far. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just see how it plays out. I don't even know if I want to go at receiver. There might be a guy in free agency I like more. Tight end is definitely an area of concern for us. We need somebody here. I don't know if there'll be somebody in free agency or not, but it's apparent that Otten, he's just not getting the job done right now. But will that change in the coming weeks? It could. I just don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. So looking at this list here, it looks like we won't have to target anybody early unless we want Nick Cunningham. He's 23, right? So that's already a couple years older than I like, and he's only 6'3". If you guys watched, I think it was like the first episode we looked through the scouting stuff, I said I'm not a fan of tight ends that are under 6'4". I feel like that needs to be the minimum if you're a tight end. Otherwise, you should either be a fullback or you better be good enough to be a receiver. I mean, I'm not saying I'm right. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. So that's what it is. He does have really good attributes though. Nope. I'm sticking to my guns. We have Jamie Weston, who's 6'5". We don't know much about him right now. 22 years old. Decent stuff there. B awareness, B injury, F pass block. Well, I don't really care about the pass block stuff as much, but we don't know a lot about him. Jamichael McAllister, he's only 6'3". Dwayne Albert. Now this is a guy here, 6'6", wow, I just sound like Chris Collinsworth. Now this is a guy, I'm just kidding. But Albert here, 6'6", 250. That's the kind of build I want. A big, tall tight end that can go up and get it in the red zone. He actually has some decent ratings here. Good to great, solid to good to great again on speed. And we know that he can run some routes. B for medium and for deep route. C run blocking. So he will be middle of the pack there, which isn't bad. If we can get some more stuff to unlock, this could be a great pick for us in rounds 3 to 4. Jamie Blake is another one. That's 6'6" build, 252. And he is actually has great to elite in speed and agility. Not as good with the route running from what we have unlocked, but B catching. Okay. Just called him Jamie. I realize his name is James. But so a few tight ends here that we could look at, and we'll know more about them later on in the season. Another guy up towards the top is Wyatt Callan at left tackle. Now, I know we have left tackle figured out, but we know we need a right tackle. He is 23 as well. A lot of these rookies, man, they're 23 years old. But he's got great to elite in literally everything except change of direction and strength. And A's in everything that's unlocked. Impact, lead, and run block finesse. So, I mean, that's a little strange to me. I almost feel like he's a guard in a left tackle's body. I mean, you think about lead, block, and impact, unless everything is just A's. I mean, if he's got B's and C's in like some other things, you almost feel like he would be a better guard, but he's almost a little too tall to play guard, is he not? At what is it, 6'6"? I guess I didn't think about that before when I was looking at his stats. Like, that's more of guard stats if you're looking for a great guard, or center, I guess, but that's too big to be center for sure. Jamie Roper, this was the guy who had that story about getting kicked out of college, or getting kicked off the team. 6'4", 269, he's 22 years old. Great to elite in quite a few categories. And we know he's got B's across the board for play rec, pursuit, and tackle. That's 6'4", 270. I don't know if that's quite big enough to play defensive end in our 3-4 scheme, but I don't know if he would be good enough to play a stand-up edge rusher either. I don't know. And then here's another guy, Alexander Schmidt. This guy was somebody that popped on my board immediately. He looks like he should be a defensive end in a 3-4. 6'6", 287. He's not going to outrun anybody, which I'm not really expecting him to, but he's got B block shedding, A play rec, and A tackle. So could potentially see ourselves a good starting caliber run stopper for a late first, early second round pick. We know that the right ends are overloaded with the round 1 grades. I'm assuming there'll be somebody here that we can look at for a defensive end position, but a lot of these guys up front here look definitely like more of a 4-3 end. Marcus Hood would probably be the first one, but he looks even too big to be a defensive end. He's 312 pounds, but he is 21. Skill-wise, B awareness, A play rec, but his injury is an F. So not sure how that would work. Donnell Sullivan is another one. I'm not too concerned with his finesse moves being a D. I don't really want him to be a finesse rusher. Power moves are a C, and we know his tackling is an A, but nothing else quite yet. And looking at the outside linebackers, I do have a guy or two here that I want to see what they end up being, because we have Jamar Harper here, who's got some really good physical ratings, great to elite, good to great, great to elite. And we know his awareness is A, play rec is C, hit power is B. I just really need to know if his zone coverage is a decent grade. If his zone coverage is a decent grade, he immediately becomes a potential target. Same with Brandon Carey. I mean, you can see that his zone coverage is an A. He's got great to elite in excel, agility, good to great jumping and change of direction, solid to good speed. We know that he can't really rush the passer very well, but his zone coverage is an A, which means he could potentially be a quality inside linebacker for us. Dalton Isaac is somebody that sort of intrigues me a little bit. He's a round 1 projection, 6'2", 257. He's 23, which I'm not a fan of. And his physical ratings are not the best. Nothing above solid to good in most categories except for strength. But his skills, A's, awareness and play rec. That's huge. B, tackling. So he's somebody that, even though he doesn't really jump off the page at me, I'm curious to see what else we can learn, because he could be a sleeper for a potential pass rusher for us if he's got a decent finesse or power move. So those are just some of the things that I was looking through earlier, and I wanted to share with you guys about the draft class. Of course, things will get a little bit more involved with that as we move along and start unlocking more progress towards that 100% grade. Probably won't get a lot of 100% grades because I didn't oversaturate any one position, but we will learn quite a bit about some players as we move closer to the end of the season. As for this week, like I said, we got the Falcons, guys, and this team sitting at 4-2. They are sitting right in front of us. If we can beat them today, we will hold the tiebreaker over them. We will get the first place in the NFC South back from them. And going up against this team, I think we definitely need to be focused on shutting down the run between Bijan Robinson and even guys like Tyler Algier and Cordero Patterson. So we're going to go inside run with them. On defense, I think I did throw a medium the last couple of games, and it just has not seemed to be doing too much for me. I think I want to try to do blitz counter this week, because we definitely need Trey Lance to be able to get out of there quicker and hopefully allow more time in the pocket when they are blitzing, because our line, obviously giving up 9 sacks, did not do a great job in our last game. And then let's go ahead here for the game plan. We are going to go sack the quarterback 5 times. I love that one. I want to rattle Desmond Ridder and then allow 10 points or less. I mean, hey, I'm on board with that one. I like that as well. And then no sacks allowed. Let's try to go opposite from last week. Last week, we pretty much had saloon doors for an offensive line. This week, I want to have flipping cement walls for an O-line. So let's go all the way opposite from what last week was. I'm gonna go ahead and run these mini games quick. I'll let you know if we end up getting any of the upgrades from them for the upgrade, for the the potential of a dev increase. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the Falcons game. And here we go. We're gonna start things off with the Falcons on offense. Our first drive was pathetic, and I do not want to show it. Our 1st and 10. Ridder comes out here and he fires a bullet right into the chest of number 10. Is that Jarvis Landry? I think it is. 1st and 10 for the old veteran. And now looking at a pistol formation, handoff to Robinson, the rookie, finds his way through a lane, cuts back inside, and he's down to the 33. A nice run of 9. 23 for 76 a week ago for him. And yeah, the first drive we had was very bad. We ran for 2 yards, and then Trey Lance ran into a sack backwards to make it 3rd and 17, and then threw it away, and we punted. And there goes Robinson again, inside the 30 to the 26, and right away, Atlanta already marching downfield, easily in field goal range, off of 2 good runs from Bijan Robinson. Play action, rollout, Ridder fires, and it's intercepted! Devin White! Oh my, what? Holy hell, what kind of events were... Devin White. Hold on, like, I gotta see this whole play, so let's back out of here. So Devin White somehow intercepts this. It looked pretty crazy the way it was. Oh, it was. Okay, so he leaped in there. He got that. That was a good play. He was looking for Drake London back there, and honestly, without, David making that play, that might have been a big play. But then poor Levante David gets absolutely obliterated by 76 here, and look at where this ball goes. Bloop! Right into the arms of Desmond Ridder. Like, you can't... That's crazy. So after 2 turnovers on the same play, Atlanta keeps the ball at the 27 with a fresh set of downs. It's a handoff, Ridder. No, I'm sorry, play action, and there's Landry again, down inside the 10 to the 8. Desmond Ridder looking poised on this first drive. 1st and goal. Quick shot over the middle. Kyle Pitts makes the catch, but David breaks it up. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They got a bunch split out to the left. And Ritter looking over that way, and he finds our defense again. It's Duke Shelley with the interception, his 2nd of the season. And that time, no fumble happening. We are going to keep the ball. He jumps her out perfectly on Jamison Crowder. And we get ourselves the ball back. Two turnovers on 1 drive. How about that, huh? Bet you can't say your team's done that before. Quick drop back. Lance over the middle. Finds Trey Palmer, and Palmer across the 35. I really thought that was going to be intercepted for a second. I got really scared. But then when there was no, transition and going the other way, I was like, okay, Palmer caught it. But it sort of scared me. Hand off to White, gets outside, and he is met immediately. Nowhere to go. Is Jeff Okuda, the former Lion, getting out there in space and making the tackle. Excellent play. And now we're going to go pitch to the other side, and White gets tracked down again. You got to be able to seal those edges. Michael Walker, is it Mikel Walker? Not sure, I think it's Michael. Was out there quickly, 3rd and 8, and now it's going to be on Lance again. Lance over the middle. Palmer again to midfield and a first. Trey Palmer had a very quiet week last week, and honestly, it was the first quiet game of his season, and oh my God. Lance, man. I don't know if he threw it too high for Palmer underneath or underthrew Godwin by a mile, but either way, that was almost disaster. Lance outside to Otten. Is that Otten? No, that was Payne Durham. I don't know why I always say his name like that. I just feel like I have to. 3rd and short coming up. And another pitch play. And another failed attempt on the pitch. My gosh, Grady Jarrett came flying through. He read that one like a book, and we're going to have to punt it away. We got ourselves a great punt, and now the Falcons have to go all the way from their own 3. Ritter back, quick throw over the middle. He's got London out across the 20. He got out there quickly. Ritter able to find him, and they get themselves out of a hole very, very fast. Ritter under pressure. He airs it out down the sideline, out of bounds. Gonna throw it again. Oh man, another big shot. That one, Devin White. Pitt's 2nd time they've tried to go to him, and both times we've been able to break it up with a good hit by one of our linebackers. 3rd and 10. Let's see if we can get off the field again. Come on now. Ritter backpedaling. He wants to go deep. He's got someone down there, but it's incomplete. Jamel Dean, and we'll get the ball back. All right, so far, neither offense has been able to really put anything together. Falcons have had 1 good drive, but of course that interception with Shelley. Oh, look at that. Nice play by Rachaad White. A little bit of a stutter step. Got everybody to bite inside and then bounced it back outside, and he takes that for a big run. Little stutter, boom, break it outside and just use the speed. And he'll get us into Falcons territory on 1 play. That was the kind of shiftiness we saw out of him in week 1 that we haven't really seen a whole lot of since. And Lance just, I don't even know who he was trying to throw to. Neither receiver seemed to be looking in his direction or ready for the pass. So I'm not sure who to blame there. Another handoff to White. Nice little run. Where is dude going? 79. If he gets the block there, he might have had a big run, but 79 just runs right past the safety. Or, sorry, Mikel Walker. And he's able to bring him down after 5. That should have been a bigger run, though. Nice throw. Nice throw to Godwin there over the middle to get us that 1st down. Here we go. Lance looking to run with it for the first time, and he's going to dive down to the 14. How did that get called at the 14? 1st and 10 from the 14. Lance. Oh, man, a big shot there. Godwin looked for it, but Walker was all over it. Broke that pass up. Hand off to White. Gets, oh, he got held up. He got held up on Durham on the outside. And I'm not sure if he would be able to get to the edge or not, but Bates was made sure that he didn't get anywhere. 3rd and 9. And that's sort of both our mistake and a good play by the defense. Lance gonna run with it again. Oh, gets a block! And I thought he was gonna get in, but he's not able to. He's stopped at the 1. He is hyped. And now it's time for James Robinson to check in. First and goal. Handoff, right up the gut, touchdown. Tampa Bay will get the first points of the game. Back-to-back punts. We find ourselves here with the ball at the 11, and a big route over the middle of Godwin, trying to make a man miss. He'll find himself to the 33. That was a beautiful throw from Lance. Good timing on it as well. Those are the kind of plays we got to get Lance, hitting more often. And there goes Rachaad White. Big lane out across the 45. Pistol formation, handoff to White, and he gets speared. I love how, Madden said that they were going to make this game where animations didn't repeat themselves, and yet like 60% of the tackles on the running backs are that animation right there. Oh man, I thought he was going to drop it for a second, but Mike Evans holds on, and it'll be 3rd and 3. That was his first catch of the game, sort of getting back to that territory we saw all season before last week. And there's another one to Evans. No, that's Palmer, and he holds on, taking a shot from Walker. We'll move those chains down inside the 40. Empty set. First time I think we've called this set today. Let's see what we do with it. Lance over the middle, somehow gets Godwin, who slips free from the defense, and he takes it to the house. Man, that defender is probably going to get benched. He just completely whiffed on tackling Chris Godwin, and Godwin doing ungodly things against this defense. Watch this catch. So right away, that should have been broken up. Somehow makes the catch, and then 24 just whiffs. A.J. Terrell. And I'm not going to complain, though. We get ourselves another touchdown, and we got a 14-point lead with 6.5 to go in the first half. There we go. Ritter and company back out on offense. Another handoff, this time to Patterson, and he'll take it for 7 as there's an injury. Matthew Bergeron, I believe that is one of the guards, and he is going to the locker room. They did have another injury earlier. It was Jamison Crowder, who got hurt on a special teams play. 2nd and 3. Luckily, we haven't had any injuries yet today, knock on wood. As Ritter's going to take the dump out to Bijan Robinson, and Robinson left open all alone out there. Able to get it out to the 42 and another first. Ritter this time looking down. Oh, nope, broken up again. A little bit of a late drop, but Devin White forcing another one. Him and David have been all over Kyle Pitts today. He has had a difficult time trying to make those plays underneath, forcing Ritter to either go outside, and there it is again. Big time plays by those linebackers. They're like, hey man, look, you're gonna have to either go over the top of us or go outside, because we're not giving up the middle of this field. 3rd and 10. Ritter under pressure, a beautiful shot over the middle. Never mind, it was off target. 4 of 4, 70 yards on that last drive for Trey Lance. Don't see that too often from him. We're able to get a quick punt from the Falcons. Back out here, and oh my God, dude, how does this carry over into every franchise, dude? As soon as I said, I give the guy props. I say, hey, he's 4 for 4 on the last drive. He comes out and immediately throws an interception directly to the corner. He's underneath Godwin, and you either got to put that thing out there or just not throw it. And, well, there it goes for us. Ball is going back to Atlanta in field goal range. We had a chance to really put something together there, and that was just a very poor decision by Trey Lance. Ritter, beautiful rollout throw, and Ryan Neal putting the hit down on the defender, or the receiver, and he'll force the incompletion. That's similar to what happened the drive before. I didn't show it because it just didn't amount to anything, but our linebackers were knocking the ball out of Kyle Pitts' hands almost every play. As Ritter goes underneath, tries to get some positive yards with Patterson, and does so, gets it down to 3rd and 5. They're going to go empty set here. London right there in the slot. Got to keep an eye out for him. And Ritter's going to go the other way to Pitts, finally able to make the catch and move the chains. Pitts was the one who kept getting hit on that last drive. Like 3 times they tried to throw to him. And every single time, David or White just smacked him and forced him to drop it. I'm going to stay in this empty look. Shelley blitzing, not able to get there. Flag thrown, and I think they're going to get him for roughing. They are. Duke, you can't be hitting the quarterback after he throws the ball, dude. Dang, man. That was probably the first boneheaded play I've seen Duke Shelley make since we traded for him. As Ritter now, oh, man, yikes. I wouldn't celebrate that there, David. I mean, we didn't really do anything. I mean, the guy was actually open. This should have been a catch. But he just decided not to catch it or throw a good pass. And Ritter hit as he throws. Ryan Shoyanka all over him. And that's 3rd and goal. Can we stand here and force a field goal? 3rd down. 3 split to the right. Ritter takes a snap. Trying to get out of pressure's way, and he can't. Shaquille Barrett gets back there for the sack. 2nd one of the day. And now we're going to have to force them into a field goal situation. Good job of just meeting at the quarterback. Him and Tryon Shoyanka both getting back there. Ritter just had to choose, who do I want to get tackled by? And he chose Barrett. All right, we come out here now, still up by 2 scores, but now it's 11. Hand off to White. Oh my God, I thought he was gone. I thought for a second he was absolutely going to take off. But that touchdown saving tackle right there just saved the Falcons big time. Because that would have just made things crazy. There's another handoff, and wow. That time the Falcons crowded the lanes, forcing White to bounce it outside, and they had A.J. Terrell there waiting. Now force us into 3rd down. We're gonna go right back to White. He will get the first, nothing more. But hey, we move the chains. Right here, I'd like to see almost a play action pass over the top to like Godwin or somebody. Okay, play action, I was right there. And nope, he's gonna run it instead and run it literally nowhere. I wonder if anybody would have actually been open had he given it more than 0.7 seconds to develop. 2nd and 10. And Lance fires a deep shot. It's Otten. And he's got himself a big play down to the 41. First catch of the day, goes for 23. Last week, we saw him have a couple of issues holding onto the ball and just not really being able to find ways to get open. This time, able to find a way to get open, make a big play. And we got a shot here. Let's see what we can do. Lance gonna take off again. He's got plenty of room inside the 30, the 25, and finally brought down at the 21. The added pressure of Trey Lance has always been a huge plus for us, and now under 50 seconds to go, we still have 3 timeouts. Lance over the middle, a short throw at that. Very short, but hey, it works. We call our 2nd timeout. Lance takes a pass, throws it. Wow, he missed him. He had Palmer down there, and he just missed him. Not sure if Palmer was supposed to go a little bit farther out, but that looked like a flat route, so it looks like Lance just threw it off target. Here we go, 3rd down, looking for the screen. White's got it. White's got blockers, and somehow, some way, who was it that tackled him? Because that was an incredible play. They're not going to show us who tackled him, but they got off that block and made a big-time play. We're going to go back to Robinson here, I bet. Can he have 2 in the first half? No, he can't. 1-on-1, him and 32, which is Hawkins, and Hawkins won that one easily. And we'll go back to the pistol. I swear, if we end up having to kick a field goal after all this, I'm going to be so mad. Lance throws it short to White, and White loses another yard. And we're going to have to settle for 3. What a waste of a drive, man. Jeez. Well, 17-3, and that tackle on the screen ends up costing us dearly. No way. You've got to be kidding me. Tackle him. Oh my God, guys. That is not the way we want to start this off. Yeah, I was a little late. All right, guys. I still look at my phone and stuff during the break. Okay. I caught it, though. I caught it pretty closely. But here we go. The Falcons are going to get a chance to start already in field goal range thanks to the huge return. That was a massive hole there. Hand off to Robinson. 2nd and 7. Play action. Ritter deep to the end zone. It's caught. And London lands at the 1-yard line. Not quite enough for a touchdown, but the Falcons now have a shot to pull within 1 score. Tyler Algier checks into the game. And they're going to go to the fullback, Keith Smith. And Smith is dragged down by Kalijah Cansey. Big time play by the rookie. Let's see if they go right back to that same situation. Outside handoff, Algier, easy touchdown. And the Falcons will make it a 1-possession game here in the 3rd. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Play action. Lance, shot over the middle, and it's caught. Godwin with a big-time catch in traffic. Gets it out to the 45. Those quick passes, when Lance is on time and on rhythm and finds his man, it's very easy to see why I wanted this guy on the team. And making... I swear to God, man, if that would have just been a turnover right there, I might have just lost my mind. You better thank your lucky stars for 71, Trey Lance. Every time I give this guy praise, man, this is just like the Texans franchise. Hand off to White, gets outside, tries to put a move on Akuda. It doesn't work. It looked like he had him set up, man, and then he sort of misstepped on his juke. So it doesn't turn into anything. Lance looks over the middle, and it's incomplete. Walker not allowing that to happen. Quick snap. 3rd and 9. Lance going to step up. He's going to run. Oh, he got it. Thank God he got it. Getting real scared of this guy, man. He just doesn't want to slide. Blitz is coming. We pick it up, and it leaves Godwin. Oh, but he can't hold on. Grant forcing the incompletion. Very unlike Chris Godwin to drop a pass like that. Here we go, another one over the middle to Godwin. That time he is able to bring it in. They'll get it down to the 25, make it a much easier 3rd and 1. 5 for 97 today for him. He has had a pretty big day for us. And we're going to go hand off to White. White cutting it back inside, and he'll get the 1st. Oh, we got a nice matchup here. Trey Palmer right there. Oh my God, I don't even know who to blame there, because Palmer was still trying to make his break, but the pass was there. Do we blame Palmer there for taking so long to break on that route? We could. I mean, it's not always on Lance. Oh, there goes White. Oh my God. White doing awesome things, but Bud Dupree sort of gave him a blindside hit. Knocks him down after a few yards. 3rd and 5. Here we go. Play action rollout for Lance. Lance looking to run. Lance has nowhere to go, and we're going to have to kick a field goal. Lorenzo Carter hurt making the tackle, and he's going to go to the locker room as well. 3rd loss of the day for the Falcons when it comes to injuries. And now we can at least push this thing back to a 10-point lead. Keep that cushion. There we go. It's up and good. And oh my God, what a catch by Drake London. I don't know why my mic was just muted. I didn't think I touched the button, but apparently I did. And then as Ritter started to throw it, I went and that's why I just came in out of nowhere there. But anyway, 1st and 10, and Ritter hands off to Robinson down to the 45. That was a big time play by London too. He went up and got it. Atlanta starting to feel it here in the 3rd. And there's another one. Kyle Pitts right up the middle of the field, refusing to go down. and brought down finally at the 6-yard line. That was a great seam route there. If you can get Kyle Pitts open, I mean, he is just as good as half the receivers in this league. Ritter. Oh my God. I thought he was, he just went somewhere else for the touchdown. I thought he was going to Pitts, who was open, but he's like, no, I'll just go to Landry, who's also open enough to make the catch. And the Falcons take that 10-point lead and make it a 3-point lead really quick. Here we go, 1st and 10. We got to do some work here on offense. Jesus Christ. I mean, we do need to do some work. I thought it was very badly timed to have an errant throw there. Handoff, White. Nice run up the middle, out to the 33. The Falcons came out in the 3rd quarter swinging. Nice little outlet pass to White, and he'll get the first. Nice job. We're going to go right back to Rachaad White, and the Falcons able to get him down after just a few. A.J. Terrell coming up from his corner spot to make the play. Let's see what we got here on 2nd. Lance, quick drop back. Quick shot, right side. Godwin with the catch and rolls out of bounds for the first. Another handoff to White. And White brought down Jesse Bates. Bates did a really good job there of getting outside where White wanted to go, forcing him inside, and then having the speed and agility to get around the blocker and still make the play. Play action. Throws it outside for Otten. He's got the first. Sometimes those quick plays like that, even though they only get 3 or 4 yards, they open things up. They keep the defense on their toes, trying to figure out what you're going to do next. And there goes Lance, taking all that little guesswork out of the equation and saying, here, guys, just come and tackle me. I'm going to run around in circles back here and let you guys bring me down for a loss. 2nd and 14. Going up on the 2-minute mark here in the 3rd. Lance again going to run outside. This time he's able to find, I don't even know who the heck 41 is, but he made the catch. Oh, it's Kieft. That's the other tight end. 3rd and 5 now. Lance, shot to the end zone. It's a wide open Mike Evans, and we'll get the touchdown. Big time play. Evans, I don't know if that was a broken coverage or he just, yeah, it was just broken coverage. Bates got sort of got baited, no pun intended, with the crossing route receiver and left Evans all alone. Easy touchdown. And once again, that lead is pushed out to 10 with this extra point here. Here we go, Falcons back on offense. A quick outlet pass to Robinson, and he gets 3. Pistol formation. Ritter over the middle. London with the catch. Another short gain. Chipping away at this 1st down marker. They're going to go empty set here on 3rd. Ritter throws it left side. He's got Patterson, and Patterson got him out to the 40. Oh my God, what a play. Kalijah Cansey. You could hear that hit too. It sounded like a thud, dude. Oh my God. I feel bad for Robinson on that one, man. That was a big time hit. Loss of 1 on the play as well. A little full house look here. Throws it over the middle of Pitts. Tries to lower the shoulder. And does not work. Down at the 48th. That is the end of the 3rd. And now it is going to be 4th and final quarter here for Atlanta. 3rd and 3 from their own 48. Looking for the quick pass. And he's got it. Did he get his feet down? I feel like he didn't get his 2nd foot down. They're not going to challenge that though, are they? Nope. I'm pretty sure he didn't get that 2nd foot down, guys. Whatever. Here we go. 1st and 10, little play action. Ritter rolling out of the pocket, looking deep, throws it to the end zone, and it is. You've got to be. No fucking way that just happened. We just got bamboozled for the touchdown, guys. I just had a feeling. I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's no way that dude's about to catch it. As he catches it, I hate this game sometimes. Atlanta crawling back within 3. They are just resilient in this game. This is the kind of divisional matchup you expect to see. Two hungry young teams trying to make their case for a legitimate threat. Here we go. Lance, second down, throws it short for Otten. And Otten trying to drive forward for that first. He's going to be just shy of that marker, 3rd and inches. Wondering if we're going to go white here. I'm not too thrilled about that because these guards have not been blocking too well today. No, it's a little RPO to Godwin, and it works well. Mike Evans gets out there, gets the block. And Godwin able to make a little bit of a play there. That was awesome. I love that they implemented this year with the CPU quarterbacks, by the way. It's just awesome to see. And there goes White. Juke move, left him in the dust. And he gets to the 46. And there's another 100-yard performance for Rachaad White. Did a lot of carries in this game, too. 24 carries. Haven't seen that since week 1. Blitz coming. Lance has got to do something with it. Barely gets away from the pressure. I just don't know how somebody's not open on that right side. I mean, both of their defenders from the right collapse for the blitz. You think there's got to be somebody open there. We must not have had a very good play called in order to take advantage of that. You know, maybe a deep route progression on that side. So there was nobody that could say, you know, sort of a hot route like, hey, just throw it. Luckily for the Falcons, anyway, we didn't have that set up. And there goes Lance up the middle. Just fall down, man. And, oh, we get our first injury. It's Ryan Jensen, the center. And, oh, man, we got slim pickings at center, too. That is not good. Handoff up the middle. White gets a big block, and he's outside, down inside the 25. Big-time run. Play action for Lance. Underneath again. Oh, yep. Walker all over it. Breaks that one up easy. A play action. Lance again goes literally the same play. Literally the same play with the same result. Can we try something different, please? And now because of that, we have ourselves in 3rd and 10. Oh, play action. I swear to God, if you throw it to him again. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Get down. Perfect. First down. I thought it was the same play again. It might have been. He just ran that time. I was about to lose my mind if he chucked it down to Rachaad White in the flat again. And there's a handoff. White diving for the end zone. He gets it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Falcons keep pulling within 3, and we keep pushing that lead back to 10. Excellent blocking up front by 70, and then White putting his body on the line for it. And now with this extra points, we'll have that 10-point lead once again with 8:05 to go in the game. Ritter checking something here at the line. Takes a snap. Underneath. Well, that was a wide open pass for Patterson. There was nobody underneath. Easy first down. Calling another audible. Like seeing this out of Ritter. Seems like the NFL is finally starting to slow down for him. He's starting to really find his groove. Little throw to London over the middle. A short gain. Quick gain of 7. 5 for 85 today is Drake London. Ritter takes the snap. Throws it outside quickly. And Robinson, I think he just heard the footsteps of Devin White and just let it hit the turf. 3rd down. 3 to go for Atlanta. 7:01 left. What do they do here on 3rd? Ritter throws it outside, incomplete. 4th down. You have to think punt here. I mean, they're way too far into their own territory. And no, they are going to go for it. This is risky. Inside their own 40. There's still 7 minutes left. And no, they're going to go for it. I mean, you know how it is. If they get it, it's awesome. If they don't, it's a dumb move. And it's awesome. Patterson over the middle. No, I'm sorry. Ray McLeod. That was a gutsy call. And there goes Robinson Shelley stops a possible touchdown there. That scared me for a second. And I still can't believe they had the balls to call that play there on 4th and 6. Quick one, and it's picked off! David again! His second of the day. This time he doesn't fumble. And that right there might have just sealed things. We are going to get this ball back at our own 42 with 6 minutes to go, up by 10. If we can put together at least some points, this could be wraps for the game. Throw it outside to Otten, and he'll get 4. Richie Grant makes the tackle. Pistol look here on second. Hand it off to White. And White just gets no blocking. 2 defenders in the lane where he was trying to go. And we're going to find ourselves here in a 3rd and medium situation. Play action. Lance looks like he wants to run it. He's going to. He's got enough room for the first. Tries to lay the shoulder down. And luckily he holds on, but it works, and we get the first. Golly, man, this guy is in line for another fumble. I can feel it. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. Knock on wood. First down, 4.5 to go and ticking. Lance over the middle. Otten with the catch. He holds on. No, it's Payne Durham again. I like Durham. I'm hoping he can grow into something here for us. Other handoff. White. Big lane up the middle. Down to the 31. Handoff again to White. Trying to get outside. Walker has been doing very well in that little second level spot at linebacker for them. Consistently breaking up plays. Not letting the running back get to that 3rd level, that final level of the defense. But that time Robinson finds a huge lane inside to the 4. And another injury on the O-line. It's Matt Filer, the guard. And now that makes him and Jensen both out. 1st and goal. Robinson stays in the game. Right up the middle. He is met at the 1. Let's see. We have a chance to put the dagger in the Falcons right here. 2nd and goal. Lance, oh my God. Dude, that was just unnecessary. Onyemeta. Shad White looked back at Lance like, dude, why'd you even give me that ball, man? You knew that was going to happen. But now we need to do something here. 3rd and goal. Lance is going to run right into the defense. And we'll have to take 3. That was unfortunate. It should still be enough, though, to seal this game. I mean, there's a minute 53 left. The Falcons would need 2 touchdowns and probably obviously an onside kick. Ritter this time has a man, but he misses him. 4th down. He had him there, man. He did. And he just flat out missed him. And now there's no shot. You have to go for this. 4th down. Quick snap. Ritter throws it. And what a play by Carlton Davis. Turnover on downs, and that is going to wrap it up. And there you have it, folks. We will move to 4-2. We'll get 2-0 in the division, and we get the NFC South lead back. And we are on to week 8. Big time win. What a game, too. I mean, this was a good game to watch. I hope you guys stuck around to watch most of it. And let's see now if we lost both of those guys on the line, or hopefully it was just game day injuries. All right, so we ended up getting quite a few upgrades after that. So let's go through these. Kayvon Merriweather, backup free safety, is going to get one. We're going to go straight to zone for that. If he's got a chance to stay on this team past this season, he's got to definitely get a few overalls better than that. Robert Hainsey, the center, he is going to get himself an upgrade, and we will do... I think we're going to stick with power. He definitely needs power upgrades for playing center. And he gets one to excel, lead block, pass block. Okay. Rashad White gets one as well. Of course, we're going to do elusive for him. And he is going to get awareness, break, tackle, 2 to change of direction. That's good. And 1 to juke. What's his change of direction at now? 88. Okay, so it was a little bit low. So I like to see that. That's very helpful, actually. And we got Devin White. And we are going to do pass coverage for him. Oh, look at that. It jumped him up 2 overalls. Excel, 2 to tackle, and 1 to zone coverage. Shaquille Barrett still getting some upgrades here, and we are going to do power rusher, try to make him a little bit better in what he is supposed to be. And that also should make him technically a scheme fit now. And there we go. Jamel Dean as well. And what is his ratings at? He's pretty even across the board. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go man, since that is our scheme, of course. And oh, he gets 1 to speed. Awesome. We're getting some good upgrades. All right, and we ended up losing both of them. A dislocated elbow for Ryan Jensen. He's out for 3 weeks. And no shot. Torn labrum for 4 weeks for Matt Filer. So now we're down 2 starters on the interior of our line. That's going to be tough. It looks like, what's his name? He's going to have to step up. The guy that just got an upgrade. I already forgot his name. Damn, that's pretty rude. All right, so that puts us in week 8. And, you know, next episode should be a good one. I think what we're going to do is we might sim a few games. Not sure yet, man. I don't want to sim too much, but I do want to, you know, I do want to still move through the season. We watched 1 today. We said 5 to 7. So that will leave 4 to 6 left. If we get ourselves to maybe week 10 or maybe even week 9, see CJ Stroud, that would be interesting. See how he's progressing in his rookie season, and then go from there. But as of right now, we're 4-2. We're sitting at first place, of course, in the South. And if the playoffs were to start today, we are sitting at the 4th seed. Yeah, 4th seed. Niners, Cowboys, Packers, and the Buccaneers would be the 4 division teams. So, and of course the Falcons are right on our tail though, and the Saints. Falcons and Saints both right on our tail. Luckily we have a win over both of those teams, but right behind them is the Panthers. We have not played them yet, and we'll see what happens when we do. But this division looks like it could be a lot more competitive than I initially thought. And right now we're sitting pretty. We just gotta stick to it and see what we can come up with. And next video, I think what we'll do is the mock draft 2 is out, and I know that we also just set the scouting focus for the national scout, so we're gonna get a lot more percentage unlocked of the positions that we're doing. Next video will be a good one for looking over the draft class a little bit more in depth than what we did today, and then of course seeing maybe the Texans game or the Titans. I haven't really decided yet which one I want to start, which one I want to go to, but we'll figure that out on the next video. As for this one, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Consider hitting a like button before you leave, dropping a sub if you have not already, and turning on that bell notification so you know when these videos go live, and I will catch you guys next time.